Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. We got a brew and historic built around the new card, Glimpse the Impossible, which is a 3-mana sorcery. Exile top 3 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn. At the beginning of your next end step, if any of those cards remain exiled, put them into your graveyard, then create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token for each card put in the graveyard. So essentially 3 mana for 3 tokens, which is awesome. It can also kind of draw you some cards late game, but typically we're just using this 3 mana, 3 tokens, and there's only one other card in red that does this, which is a Hordeling Outburst. But now that we have 8 cards that do this, I thought we'd bring back this mono red tokens Indomitable Creativity Transmogrify deck that I used to play when I first started an arena. This was one of my pet decks that I loved to play, the red token list, and we got Indomitable Creativity, which is a 3 mana and X, destroy X target artifacts and creatures. For each permanent destroyed this way, its controller reveals cards on the top of their library until an artifact or creature card is revealed, and then you put that card directly into the battlefield. Transmogrify does something very similar. Exile a creature. That creature controller reveal cards from the top of their library until they reveal a creature card, and that player puts that card onto the battlefield. Then shuffle the rest into the library. So essentially, if you have only creatures in your deck, but you have tokens, and you target a token with Indomitable Creativity or Transmogrify, it's always going to find the creature, being the Craterhoof Behemoth, and put it directly into play for just 4 mana. Or Creativity, if you Creativity for 2, you can actually get 2 Craterhoof Behemoths into play. So you want as many tokens as you can, because Craterhoof Behemoth is a 8 mana 5/5 haste. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain trample, which is really important, and +X/+X, where X is a number of creatures you control. So you're really just trying to flood the board and get as many tokens as you can, and then turn 4, play a Transmogrify or a Creativity for 1, put the Craterhoof into play, and then it pumps your entire team by +4/+4, +5/+5, typically more later in the game, but usually that is enough to attack for way more than 20 trample damage on turn 4. So we have a series of 2 mana create 2 token cards in red, which is Forbidden Friendship, which creates a dinosaur with haste and a human soldier token. Rally the Hornburg, which creates 2 human soldier tokens with haste, and then Rouse Reinforcements that creates 2 elemental tokens. There's a few other ones you could play if you wanted to here that make goblin tokens. I didn't think it really mattered exactly which ones you played, but they all basically do the same. These are a little bit better because they give haste to one or both the creatures. And then for some removal, we have Galvanic Discharge, which is just a really good cheap removal spell that can do 3 at instant speed. So that's basically the deck. I tried to make it as budget friendly as possible, and then at the end of the video I'll talk about a few different cards you could add to if you have them in your collection, that if you wanted to add some more rares and mythics. But basically only 10 rares, 4 rares, 6 mythics, and so if you have these in your collection already, pretty easy to build. The rest is just mountains and scrylands we have here. Scrylands are important because they can just kind of help you smooth out your draw. If you need to hit your 4th land drop, they can help you get that. If you are looking for a Creativity or Transmogrify, they can help you get that. If you need another token producer, you can look for that. And if Craterhoof is on top of your deck, you can scry to the bottom, which is pretty useful. You typically don't want to have this in your opening hand, obviously, unless you've mulliganed. And then if you mulligan with this deck, it's usually okay, and then because if you have a Craterhoof, you can put it on the bottom, but you want it in the deck, not in your hand. So that's basically the deck. Pretty simple, very consistent in terms of what it's doing. It's just flooding the board with tokens on 2 and 3, and then on 4, getting a Craterhoof Behemoth and attacking for like 26, 25 damage, something like that, typically. So let's jump into some games and see it in action. All right, mono red tokens here. Decent hand on the play. Lead with the mountain. So we got our Forbidden Friendship. Need one more land for the Transmogrify, but see if we can get there. Prismatic Vista, that's a cool card they recently added to Historic. Pretty fun one. Gonna get mountain. Pretty good in like landfall decks. Okay, so they may be up against no attacks, some sort of burn deck, which we have to be aware of. That can counter our Transmogrify, but if they don't, yeah, some sort of definitely a wizard list. If they don't have a way to counter this, should be a turn 4, but we'll see. Yep, I'm just gonna go for it and take out the guy, sure. See if they swing with oh no, they're just getting the energy? Huh. I wonder if they made a mistake there. Guess we'll find out. I can play this to get a little scry action. Yeah, don't need another land for sure. And I guess we can attack. Might as well attack. That probably was an error, but who knows? Maybe they have some energy cards they're using. Okay, glimpse. So we're just gonna get the tokens here. And hopefully they'll tap out and we can go big. Ooh, is this that new land? Ooh, Arena of Glory. Yeah, that's a cool one. It's good with probably good with a lot of stuff in there. In their list. Giving Soul Scar Mage haste is pretty nice. And giving Balmore haste is nice, but that I don't think is gonna do it because now we have Transmogrify up. And that's gonna give all our guys a huge amount of buff here, and it's gonna swing. Alright, got there. On to the next one. Alright, mono red tokens in historic. Rally at the Hornburg and creativity in hand, so we'll give this a shot. Be nice if we were on the play, but we'll see what we're up against. Commune with spirits. Okay. So looks like some sort of enchantment deck, some kind. Sure. Temple Garden. This gives Shroud, right? Other enchantments have Shroud. You can search for it. Sacrifice it to search for any enchantment. Okay. So, wish we were on the play here, but playing a little turn behind. I think this is the... Maybe this has that... what's that enchantment that makes it so you take counters instead of damage? Well, they'll probably just play it. There you go, 9 lives. Alright, let's see. So maybe we can just go wide here, because damage doesn't really matter. But we can put like 4 counters on them. And then when it gets to 9, they die, right? Yeah. This can target artifacts and creatures. Okay. Do the Sterling Grove. Yes. Solemnity. Find the Solemnity. But they don't. They need another mana to cast it. I think they wanted to do that during their upkeep, probably. Rest in peace. Okay, get rid of the graveyards. Well, I think I was going to get them to 9. I was going to get them to way more than 9 counters here. got all my rallies. Didn't expect going up against a token deck. Alright, good game. Close one. Close one. On to the next. Okay, mono red tokens on the draw. Got a lot of 2-mana tokens. I guess we'll try it out. This may not work out, but on the draw gives us one more chance to find something that we're looking for. Indomitable Creativity, or here we're going to, I'm not sure, we have so many of these rallies, might as well just cast one. I'm not sure if they have counter spells. My guess is probably. Maybe holding up a removal spell here. Lightning Helix. Could be a lot of stuff. Thinking about it, change the equation. Okay, that's a good one. Against red cards. So they're just gonna play draw go. That's fine. I'm okay. Let's just throw out some more tokens. See what they want to do about it. Hopefully, resolves. Sure. Not sure what their hand is. Flame of Nor to draw 2. Okay. Some sort of wizard deck of some kind. Okay, Transmogrify is a good draw. Especially would have been good if, so do we want to play around a sweeper here? I'm going to say yes. Let's attack. Let's just play the Hordeling Outburst. Because this threatens a lethal attack with the Transmogrify if they tap out. But, okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so now we can rally and say Forbidden Friendship. Get in for 15. Still threaten to Transmogrify if they tap out for something here. No. Okay, do we go for it? Or do we not go for it? I think we go for it. I don't see a reason. Well, I guess if they have a spot removal spell. I'm just thinking, well, maybe we don't. We'll just go for a rally here. If they had another sweeper, they probably would have played it, but let's just go for some tokens. Oh, Restoration Angel, interesting. Okay, well, we can actually take that out if they block one of our tokens. It's fine. We'll pay the 3 down to 10. And now a sweeper would be the end of us here. No sweeper. I'm just gonna go for it here. Take out the dino. We're not really sure what they have. Okay, Lightning Helix was the answer. Okay. Down to 9. This is definitely not a good matchup with sweepers, spot removal, counter spells, everything we don't want to face. They can make a token with their castle. Wandering Emperor, yeah. I had a feeling they might have Wandering Emperor last turn. And they may have still. But play the Rouse. And let's keep the land in hand. Don't think there's much else to do about it. Memory Deluge. So if we draw Creativity or Transmogrify, that would be really good. Okay, no blocks here. We can get in 3 damage. Is that worth it? Or we could take out the Wandering Emperor for sure. We attacked with 3 at the Wandering Emperor, but I'm not sure I want to do that yet. I'll just save my tokens, I think. Resolve that, and we throw away 2 to get in some damage. Could be worth it. Get him down to 3. Could be, actually. Yeah, might as well. We'll get in a little bit of damage. We may have, yeah, another Lightning Helix. Alright, well that didn't work out, but not sure we're going to beat this if they have a Lightning Helix anyway, so sets us up for potential of Transmogrify doing something. Alright, that's a sweeper. And give this indestructible. Nice. And give it a plus. So I think that's... well, that gives us a chance, I guess. Glimpse the impossible. Oh, that is... not great. Guess we'll play out the Forbidden Friendship. Do we want to play the Crystal Grotto? Oh, we'll scry. Give it a scry. I guess if we resolve a creativity, that could still be a win here. The creativity for 2. But not sure if this is going to work. Not a good matchup.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Guess we can we hard cast with these lands? You actually can hard cast. Ooh, there's a creativity. So let's just do it for 3. Can we do it for 3? Just in case they have a spot removal. Try it out. Oh, resolves. Okay, gonna get 2. They're gonna see each other. They'll both get pumped here. 9/9s, right? Yep. And go in face. Maybe. Oh, fragment reality. Okay. And another one. All right. Got him. Okay. On the draw with an okay hand. We need another red source. Having Craterhoof is never good. But this hand is... like, this curve is quite good. So that's how I'm going to keep it. Wow, okay, that's a lot of Scrylands. How awkward. We need another red source, so let's look for that. And hope we draw it. Let's see. They're on life gain, green white, some sort of yeah, life gain deck. Good, really, really good start for them. There's another red source. Go for the reinforcements. This is just gonna be pretty much a race. Hopefully they miss here. Oh yes. Okay. Well, we got unlucky by being on the draw, but they got unlucky by I don't know if they would trade here. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna lay out my tokens. Lay out my tokens, and you know what? We actually needed another red source here. But ooh, there's a lot of guys. Flies in the air for 6. Can't imagine them not attacking. And I'm not going to even do the math, but I'm pretty much sure I'm dead if I don't. There's only one Craterhoof left in the deck anyways, so let's just target away and see what happens. Unless they have one white mana up. I guess they could have... Not sure what they could have here. This is +5/+5 to everything. So I think they have to block with something here. This is live. Because this is a total of... Well, I told myself I wasn't going to do the math. I'm not going to do the math. Not going to do the math. Let them do the math. Figure it out. But I had an option of just playing this and try to jump block and then have more tokens next turn, but I don't think that's better, so this was the right play. I'm gonna see if their life total is 0. You can do the math in the comments. Go ahead. Do the math. But I'm not doing any math. All I know is it's greater than 24. How much we're attacking for. And opponent is on the timeout train. Nice, nice. Upset that they're all their rares and fancy lands, collected companies. Only 10 rares in this deck. Yep, looks like a timeout. Salt rope. Very wonderful. And this is our last timeout, so this should just go through and go through the damage. Alright, GG. On to the next one. Alright, mono red tokens on the draw once again. How unlucky. Hand looks fine though. Need another land. Ooh, okay, bolt the bird. Okay, use 1 energy. But hand looks okay. We need another land and up against elves. I really doubt they're gonna trade with this dinosaur. Get in a chip damage while we can. You never know when it could matter. But dinosaur and human, best friends. Forever. Best friend squad. Ooh, that's a glimpse. That's useful, actually. Get me a bunch of tokens here. Ooh. Okay, let's, no attacks. Let's hope I do not draw the other Craterhoof. That would be a disaster. Maybe a reason to put a third in the deck, but also a reason to not put a third in the deck because you really don't want to draw one. So, hard to say. But they are gonna, let's see, hopefully not build up too big of a board. Okay, Realm Walker. And, okay, I can draw from that. They've used their Archdruid. So this is gonna be passed to me. Galvanic Discharge. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Take out one of my own spawns. Give me this Craterhoof. Hoof, there it is. And yeah, math is for the blockers. But this is definitely more than 20. 10, 20. I don't know if they can even block to survive, but totally fine if they want to. Try. Alright. Nice. On to the next one. Alright. Mono red tokens here. This is a good hand, although we have one of our hoofs, so unfortunate, and we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. We need to draw lands, and we need to not draw our Craterhoof. Other Craterhoof. Oh. I know the Thoughtseize. It's a little awkward, but oh well, they're gonna take our. They just took the token maker. Interesting. Okay. I thought for sure they were gonna take the Transmogrify, but kind of gives away what we're doing. Not that they know. Oh, okay. They've got blocker. This could be bad for us in terms of what they're about to reanimate. But let's find out. Diviner Fates, that connives, right? Yep. Okay, yep, Sarah's Emissary. So, this is awkward. Because... Treasure creatures, yeah. What we have to do now is target this with our Transmogrify. And see what they hit. Alright, well that's more manageable. Because we cannot win the game with that in play. So, yeah. Okay, now we need to draw another Transmogrify or Creativity. Okay, there's a Raffine's Informant. I didn't want to try to wait for a removal either, but let's see. I don't think this deck would have sweepers in it, so I'll just play out my tokens. And yeah, not gonna attack. Discarded. What did they discard? A Raffine's Informant? Did they mean to do that? Bone shards. Okay, gonna take out my token. Land. Okay, another bone shards. Okay, well there's an attract, so that that is not going to do it unless we needed to draw creativity or something there. Next turn Pretty sure they can just reanimate and get us. But I guess actually, if we draw creativity next turn, we can target one of ours and one of theirs. So that would be an out. Craterhoof is going to pump these things so much too, so that maybe you can even get over the lifelink here. Yeah, we'll see. Not going to give up until it's over. Yep. Ooh, now we need to reanimate to get back our... I'm just going to go willy-nilly and destroy our guy. Oh, there's a rally. Gonna play that. What else do they have in their graveyard to reanimate? Anything? I exiled their other guy, so... Another Diviner of Fates. And get back the priests if they want. Just gonna take down my tokens, huh? Another Diviner of Fates, yep. Pick a card that shares a type with it. Okay. Yeah, that card's pretty strong. Forgot about this card. Alright, down to 13. And Mountain. Still a chance, I think, if we hit Creativity. I see, so they're discarding with the Season Hallowblade, and then it's making them do that. Okay, got it. Alright, good game. Alright, welcome back to the wrap-up. This was a fun one built around Glimpse the Impossible, making a bunch of tokens, and then Transmogrify or Creativity it into Craterhoof Behemoth. And certainly the deck was quite consistent in what it did. You know, was it super powerful? I mean, yes, it is quite powerful when it gets to do its thing. I would say this is probably more of a casual deck than a highly competitive deck. Maybe there's a different way to sort of build it so it's a bit more competitive, and I'll show you some rares that I might add to the deck to make it a bit stronger, I think. But overall, you know, it's a bit vulnerable if your opponent has a removal or a counterspell. You know, if you're not doing this, if they disrupt your Transmogrify or Creativity, then you're just playing a bunch of 1/1s and attacking. So that's not very good. But Glimpse the Impossible was great. It really did make the deck a lot more consistent in what it is doing. It just flooding the board and getting as many tokens into play as possible is all you really want to do. And having another 3 mana put 3 tokens into play was really cool. So love to see that perform well and the deck do well. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Let's take a look in the sideboard here. This is some of the cards I was considering when making the deck. Strike It Rich. Dragon Fodder and Krenko's Command. Obviously, you could replace Rouse Reinforcements with those. Basically, the same thing. I didn't think you needed more than 12 ways of producing 2 tokens on turn 2. But if you wanted to add more, you could. Castle Embereth. So this is what I think you should add to the deck if you have this extra rare. 4 of these I would replace probably the Zhalfirin Voids and maybe a Mountain. And I would probably take out a Crystal Grotto for a Sozakan. So these are... Castle Embereth is a land that comes into play tapped unless you control a mountain and adds a red. So basically it's a mountain in this deck, but it also can pump your whole team. So it kind of gives your deck a backup plan. There was a few games where I just had a ton of 1/1s out and they had countered my Creativity or made me discard it. But I think having 4 Castle Embereths would be really good for this deck if you wanted to have a backup plan in terms of pumping your whole team. So that is the suggestions for upgrades. Let me know what you think. Any other cards I missed, or If you're having fun playing this deck on the ladder, let me know. All right, hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.